Welcome back to my channel. In the last video on this channel, I told you about a lightweight operating system called Linux Mint. Today I'm going to talk about another Linux-based operating system, Zorin OS. Its interface has been specifically designed as an alternative to Windows 11 or 10. If you look at the interface, it mostly resembles Windows 11, so that people who cannot upgrade to Windows 11 because their system doesn't support it can still enjoy the look and feel of Windows 11. On top of that, it also includes an app store, much like Microsoft's, where you can download and use various applications. Today, I'll walk you through the installation and give you all the details about Zorin OS. So without wasting any time, let's get started with the video. Welcome to my channel. Technicio. First, I'll open my browser and search for Zorin OS. Among the search results, the first website will be the official Zorin site. Click on it, and you'll find all the download links. There's also a paid version called Zorin OS Pro, which includes extra features. You can purchase and install that if you want, but I'll be using the free version to show you the installation. So we'll scroll down, and there you'll find Zorin OS 18 Core. We'll click the download button. You can optionally provide your email to get the latest information. I'll proceed to download the file, but since I already have it downloaded, I'll cancel and open my downloads folder. As you can see, my Zorin OS 18 Core file is already downloaded. In the last video, I also mentioned downloading Rufus, so that's already downloaded as well. If you don't know how to use Rufus, you'll find a video link in the description where I explain Rufus in detail. After opening Rufus, I'll plug in my USB drive, and you'll see it's automatically detected. Then I'll click Select to choose the ISO image. I'll select the Zorin OS file. I'll set the partition scheme to GPT because my system runs on a GPT scheme. After changing the scheme, I'll start the process. Rufus will ask whether to write the image in ISO mode or DD mode. I'll click ISO mode because it's faster and easier. Once I start, the process will begin, and my USB will become bootable. This will take a little time. After the process completes, I'll restart my system. During the pre-boot phase, I'll press the boot key. Most systems use F12, but non-branded systems may use F8. I'll press F12 to enter the boot menu and select my USB drive. After selecting it, you'll see different options. I can try or install Zorin OS normally. There's also an option with safe graphics in case you have an external GPU installed. And if you have a specific NVIDIA GPU installed, there's an option to try or install with NVIDIA drivers. Since I don't have an external GPU, I'll choose the first option. After selecting it, the system will check the files and load them. At the start, I'll be given the option to try Zorin OS or install it. First, I'll try Zorin OS to show you the interface. When I click Try, Zorin OS will load. On the desktop, you'll see a dual desktop option similar to Windows 11, and on the side, you'll get all the apps in a start menu style. I'll connect to Wi-Fi from here. After connecting, you'll see the browser and the software center, the App Store, similar to Microsoft's. Right now, if I open it, it won't load because I'm using the live trial version. In the trial version, the App Store needs to be installed first, so I'll open the Zorin OS installer. Once the installer opens, the first option is language. You can choose your preferred language. I'll choose English and click Continue. Next, you get the keyboard layout option. You can let it detect your layout or choose manually. I'll choose English and continue. Then I'll connect to my Wi-Fi so that the setup can download any necessary files. Here I'll check the option to install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware so that the setup automatically downloads and installs them. There's also an option to participate in the developer survey. I'll choose Don't participate in the census and continue. After that, the installer asks which installation type I want. The first option is to install Zorin OS alongside Windows, just like Linux Mint, so that both Windows and Zorin OS run together. The second option is to erase the disk and install only Zorin OS. The last option is Something Else, where you can manually create partitions, resize them, create an EFI partition, and then a normal boot partition, and install Zorin OS there. Since I want to install Zorin OS alongside Windows, I'll choose the first option and continue. Next, it will ask which hard drive to install on. My system has only one 256GB drive, so I'll choose that and click Install Now. A warning will appear saying that if I continue, I cannot undo the changes. Whatever changes are made to the partitions will be applied and cannot be reverted. I'll click Continue. Then it will show me a list of the changes that will be made. I'll click Continue. Then it will ask for my location. I can choose my desired location, but I'll just continue. Next, I'll set up my system name and username. For example, I'll use Technicio, and the username will automatically fill in. I'll choose a password like 1 to 6, and below there's an option similar to Linux Mint, where you can choose to require a password each login or log in automatically. I'll choose Automatic Login and Continue. Once I continue, the setup will start installing Zorin OS. It will first copy files, then download any required files, and then install them. This process may take some time, depending on your internet speed. After the installation completes, it will ask whether to restart now or continue testing. I'll restart. Before restarting, it will tell me to remove the installation media and press Enter. I'll unplug the USB drive and press Enter. After the restart, I'll see the Grub Boot menu with options. Zorin OS, Advanced Options for Zorin OS, and Windows Boot Manager. That means if you want to boot into Windows, you can choose it from here. If you don't press any key, Zorin OS will boot automatically. I'll choose Zorin OS. Once it boots, you'll see that Zorin OS is successfully installed. I'll also get a welcome page where I can adjust system settings. If you look, there's also an option to change the desktop appearance. I'll click Launch Zorin Appearance. Here you'll see the third appearance option looks exactly like Windows 11. You can choose any of the 4 appearances. Also in the software catalog, the App Store, you can download and install different applications. I'll open it, and you'll see it will download the catalog and configure it. You'll also see an option for appearance updates. I'll update it. From this App Store, you can install and use any application. The Start menu will be full screen in this appearance, and from there you can use all installed apps. This is how you can install Zorin OS on your system and enjoy an experience just like Windows 11, even on older systems that do not support Windows 10 or 11 after a certain point. With this lightweight OS, you can use your system with a Windows 11-like interface and enjoy it. In my next video, I will tell you about an Android OS, through which you can play your games on your system without an emulator. So don't miss my next video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Technicio, and hit the bell icon so that you'll never miss an update from our channel. Together, let's end tech tantrums. Thank you.